You know, I'm something of a podcast myself. I'm something of a podcast myself.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Justice League of Queers panel. Make some noise, everybody. Woo! This is our fourth year in a row doing a panel here at the Flower City Comic-Con. We have a kind of loose, evolving topic. It covers all things gay, everything gay. You're in the right place. Queer representation, a little bit of superhero activism, a lot of different things. And this year, we're doing some more things on top of all that. Is that we are also recording here, audio and video. We're doing a live podcast recording of our podcast called Something of a Podcast. Because, you know, I'm something of a podcast myself. So, with all that said, I'm Mike Gamms. I'm going to be one of your hosts today. And with me is the incredibly talented KaiVonDoom.
Hello, nice to meet you all. I'm not actually Dr. Doom. I'm going to take this mask off.
The dedication. It is 900 degrees in that mask, I'm sure, because it's at least 800 in this suit. Make some noise if you're hot, everyone. You hot out there? Yeah. Well, you look hot to me. Yeah. Ow! Oh, man. How have you been, Kai?
I've been all right. You know, I'm happy to be here in my slutty Dr. Doom cosplay.
Give it up for slutty Dr. Doom, everyone. I am slutty Spider-Man. The costume isn't slutty, just the man in it is. No, I prefer Biter-Man, you know, bisexual Spider-Man, you know. This is a crossover event that everyone was waiting for, right?
Yes, they want KaiVonDoom. They don't want Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
We hate him.
Yes.
He's my arch enemy now.
Yes. Mine too. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that, you know, Robert Downey Jr. is taking your roles, because I swear I saw him die. A couple times, actually. Yeah. But we're not here necessarily to debate questionable casting choices in Marvel. Well, I guess we sort of are when it comes to queer representation. Yeah, so we were thinking something that we like to do on our podcast a lot is we have a top 3 segment where it's a different topic every single time we do it, and we come in and we debate like our top 3 of a random thing. And so this week, or this time I should say here, we wanted to debate our top 3 favorite queer baits, right? So tell me, what does that mean to you?
So I'm sure you guys know what queer bait is. It's when in media there's 2 characters who are implied to be in a queer relationship, but we never get to see follow through on that. They always end up in heterosexual relationships at the end. And they spend all the time just like teasing us just to keep people watching the show or keep them reading, just for it to, again, never happen.
Yeah, I like to call them like representation breadcrumbs. You know, they give us these like little breadcrumbs that they could easily cut out of the movie when they release it in a different country. But we're all supposed to be like, oh yeah, there was the first gay kiss that they deleted from the credits, you know, or whatever in that movie. And we're all supposed to be so excited about this little breadcrumbs that they give us. I mean, yes, lately we've gotten a little bit more performative representation, closer to what we want, a little better than breadcrumbs. But the queer baiting forever was all we had, you know, where we have to headcanon them as gay to sort of live vicariously through them in that way, I guess. Right?
Yeah, there's so many characters, especially the CW was always so guilty of this when I was a kid. It'd be like, she's wearing boots and that green military jacket, and she likes... Okay, I said that.
What was that? Yeah, oh yeah, Batwoman,
And then Supergirl erased all of it.
Yeah, we have gotten like some more. The CW did get some more actual queer characters, not just baiting. Eventually, like in a Black Lightning, the older sister, which was pretty cool to see. You know, with Thunder, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so we're gonna go into what our top 3 favorite queer baits are, which is a loose term. What is a queer bait, and then also what is a favorite is also kind of up to debate. Did you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Yeah, I'll start since I see someone cosplaying this character here. I'm sure they can guess who they are. But I'm gonna go with Bucky and Steve from the Marvel Universe as my first pick. I don't know if just because I want to see Sebastian Stan and Chris make out, that could just be it. Maybe it's not Marvel's fault, maybe it's just me. But I feel like their whole journey in like the first few phases of the MCU has been like this great gay love story, and it just never happened. It would just get Steve Rogers go back in time to be with a woman that he kissed once 80 years ago. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yes, you could be gay in love with another man for 40 years, but you kissed a woman one time before World War II, then that's your soulmate. That's a really good one.
Total straight behavior.
Yeah,
the way he destroyed the Avengers for Bucky. They're totally roommates, best friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They were roommates. Yeah, I could totally see that. Because yeah, like he literally tore apart the whole like world. He was willing to go to war for his man. That's love. You were right. Oh, that's a good one. What do y'all think? Is that a good queer bait? Yeah. Okay. Oh man, that's a good choice.
Thank you. What's your first pick?
My first choice is, I think, objectively, the greatest queer bait of all time. Right? Not just my favorite, but the number one ever. And it's not in comic book or superhero related, but I do think it fits in our large tent here of nerd shit. And that, of course, is the ultimate queer bait of Sam and Frodo from The Lord of the Rings. It does not get any more gay than those two. Like, it is it's always been my favorite because, like, Sam's dedication to Frodo is unmatched. You don't see that in romance movies, the levels that man or hobbit goes to for his best friend,
I can't carry it for you, Mr. Frodo, but I can carry you.
Yes, he says, I can carry you, and then he says, I can't quit you. Oh, wait, no, wrong movie, but...
That might be one of the most romantic moments I've ever seen in a movie.
Yes, it's so good. And so I'm like a nerd, right? And so not only, like, before I looked into all, research this so I knew a little bit about what we were talking about up here, that was already my favorite choice for all of these reasons, right? And then I went and watched a YouTube video from one of my favorite YouTubers who we've actually on panels in the past have played some of her work here. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with Verity Richie, goes by Verily Bitchy on YouTube. Trans woman from the UK, big nerd, does really awesome breakdown stuff. She recently put out a video about the queer history of the Lord of the Rings that really validated my choice here. And I want to tell you... Oh, that was better. We got a little interference. Yeah. But, what was I going to say? I want to share with y'all some of that I learned from Verily Bitchy, or Verily Bitchy's YouTube channel about Lord of the Rings. So I kind of knew this before too, but they're gay enough in the movies, but they were straightified. Like, they toned down the gay from the book as much as possible, and that's still what we got on screen in those movies, right? And I saw an interview with Sean Astin, our lovable Sam, our bottom for Frodo. He was talking about how on set, Ian McKellen was telling him that, like, in the book, he caresses his hand here, and was getting him to be more gay while they were filming it. So while they were trying to strip the gay out of it, Gandalf was gaying it up in there, like, putting it right in there. So that was something that I learned from that YouTube video. Check her out if you haven't. Verily Bitchy, she's awesome. Yes, what do you think about Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, that's an awesome choice. I'm gonna have to reread the books now.
Yeah. I might have to reread the books alone by myself at night. But yeah, I still like that is to me is like couple goals, you know? I'm just a Frodo out there looking for my Sam, you know? Even the way that they describe the ring is very like sexual, you know, like groping the ring and like it is 50 Shades of Grey, but you know, for wizards, I guess 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey. There we go, right?
That's cute. I like
Okay.
that.
Your turn.
All right.
Yeah.
So my next choice is when you were leading up to what you were saying, I thought this is what you were going to pick because I have to say this is, in my opinion, the most egregious example, one of the earliest examples I could think of, and not necessarily comic book or superhero, but it definitely fits with the nerd theme. I'm going to go with Xena and Gabrielle from the show Xena, the Warrior Princess.
That's canon.
Is it?
No, what is this? You saying they kiss at the end?
I didn't mean to spoil it, but they kiss at the end in the sky.
Well, I still count it. This show was on for years. And like,
I think it counts because it was a queer bait for the entirety up till that moment. So my judge's ruling is we're going to count it.
Yes.
Hold all your comments till the end. No, I'm just kidding.
Anytime you ask either actress, though, they're like, "Oh yeah, they were a couple."
Yeah, but we didn't get to see them as a couple in the show. And I feel like this show was every girl's queer awakening. We see Xena and Gabrielle together, and you're like, wait a minute, we can do that.
No, I'm a cis bisexual man, and I had lesbian feelings for Xena for sure.
Yeah, anytime I wear a skirt and boots, I'm just like, I feel like Xena right now. I need my Gabrielle. Like, also just seeing just like a queer, just like damsel in distress, and also like a queer hero. I loved that growing up. We get to play both sides of the romance. But yeah, they did kiss at the end, but I would have liked to see them as a couple throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I would have liked to see less of Kevin Sorbo's as.
Yes, I think we can all agree the world needs less Kevin Sorbo, right? Yeah.
Less of him, more Xena and Gabrielle.
Yes.
Making out.
Like, I love the show, but anytime I hear anything he says in real life, I want to throw him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, about Xena. I was going to make some joke about her dating Larry David on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Xena is an excellent choice. What do y'all think? Y'all like Xena? Is that a great queer bait or what? Yeah. Enough buddy. No, I'm just kidding. Give it up for all your great volunteers here at Flower City Comic-Con. Without them, this would not be possible. Yes, I think Xena is a really great choice. Yeah. And I guess should I go into my next choice then? My number 2?
Yeah, let's hear your number 2.
Okay, so my number 2 is kind of probably a little bit similar to Xena, and I maybe spoiled a little when I saw Xena, I had lesbian feelings for her despite being, a cis bisexual man, and it's the thing that made me examine that the most. I'm like, am I an egg or not? Because these feelings are very confusing, right? And that would have to be Brie Larson's portrayal of Captain Marvel, because it's just like I said, cis man, but I feel like a lesbian when I'm fawning over her. For some reason, it's not the same way. I don't know, and they've kind of baited a lot in throughout her appearances on what exactly is her sexuality, and there's some vagueness with Valkyrie, I believe, right? Am I remembering that correct from the Marvels?
In her movie, her first movie, a lot of people thought her and Maria were a thing.
Right.
Mother.
Right. There was definite energy there for sure. That's a big one. And then in the new one, the Marvels, there's I'm pretty sure that's one of the breadcrumbs they gave us, right? Doesn't Valkyrie show up in the Marvels and they have almost?
But I didn't pick up on anything. Although
Yeah.
Valkyrie is full on queer, and I
Right. But yeah, so they've continued to bait with Brie Larson, and if I know anything about Marvel lesbian Twitter, it's that Brie Larson as Captain Marvel is very much queer baiting. Like, because there's like several stan accounts where it's just like lesbian love for Brie Larson. So.
Yeah, her and Maria practically raised a kid. Oh, her and Maria practically raised a kid together. Like, they're, in my mind, they're wives.
They were roommates.
Yeah,
They were roommates on the spaceship too, right? Weren't they in the military together too, right? So it's definitely don't ask, don't tell with those two, for sure. What? In the 90s? Yeah, that's true, because this is a period piece, the Captain Marvel movie. So if you weren't aware, it's a period piece. You know, the 9 Inch Nails shirt, I think, gives it away. Yeah, and the Blockbuster, and they really hit that one on the head pretty hard. Yeah, and I think, speaking of that 9 Inch Nail shirt, I think the image of her in a 9 Inch Nail shirt is just, that should have just been my whole argument. I should just put that on the screen and then, right?
Again, lots of boots, lots of cargo pants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was my second choice, right? Yeah. Floor is yours. What do you think of that?
I think that's an excellent choice. I love Brie Larson. Just something about her. It's the blondes for me. My last choice might be not as well known as the rest of these that we've done so far, but is anyone familiar with the manga or anime Nana? Oh. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they've been on my side this whole time. So, Nana, I'll give like a quick breakdown. There's 2 characters, both named Nana.
Oh.
Since they're both named Nana, one of the girls is nicknamed Hachiko because she's like a loyal dog to the other one.
Oh,
she says.
Interesting.
Yes. And so both Nanas, they end up like dating different men, getting married to different men in some cases, and the whole time they'll be telling each other like, they'll be telling themselves, why am I so jealous that she's with this man? I wish she was with me right now instead. And they just had this obsession with each other where every time one of them was dating another or anytime they were out of each other's sight, they'd just be like, I need her right now with me. And we're supposed to believe that it's because they're such good friends. And in the end, the anime ended up unfinished, but they never confess their love for each other. They never date. We never get a kiss. Nothing.
The manga's still unfinished.
Yeah, the manga's still unfinished as well. We'll never get that satisfaction. And it's so frustrating because, like I said, these two, they lived together. They were literal roommates. They would take bubble baths together. Like, it was so egregious.
Bubble baths?
Yes, they would.
All right.
That's not an exaggeration. They would, like, one would be taking a bath, the other would just hop in. Like, oh yeah, we're best friends. Let's hang out in the bathtub together.
Yeah, that's why the bubble, like, I was like, okay, up until the bubble bath, and I'm like, all right, maybe you won with that one. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. I mean, well, I'll wait for the really terrible M. Night Shyamalan live action remake and see if they bait in that. No, you think that one's gonna get one or no?
I'd still watch it. I love them so. But damn,
Is your microphone cutting out?
Yeah, it keeps cutting out.
Try this one.
Even though I went through all 3 of my picks, I have to give one more example, and I'm allowing myself to do this because it's technically not queer baiting.
Okay.
But is anyone familiar with the Mortal Kombat games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a few years ago, they had made this huge deal about the first queer character being in Mortal Kombat, and it's like, this is a game that's been around since 1992. We have all these ninjas in like rainbow thongs fighting each other, and we're supposed to believe that none of them were ever gay. They're wearing leggings and thongs in every game. but 1 year, I think it was Mortal Kombat 11 or 10, they said they're gonna have the first gay character, and when the reveal happens in the game, he's just talking. The ninja is talking to like Raiden, who's like an elder god in the series. And the guy goes, Raiden, I don't know if I could fight with you guys because I'm different. And Raiden goes, it's okay that you're different. We still have to fight evil. And that's it. Like, they never use the word gay. He never has a boyfriend. He's just like, I'm different. I don't know if I can do this.
Mortal Kombat went full after school special.
Yeah, and Raiden just basically goes, I literally do not give a fuck right now. We have to stop Shao Kahn. Who cares? Which I guess when you think about it, it's progressive that he's just like, I don't care. We're all in this fight together. But I'm just like, damn, that's it though.
Like, moving on.
He can't get a man. He can't get one of these rainbow thong ninjas on his arm. I hated it.
What is it that Raiden yells? Bukaki, right?
Yeah, I think that's exactly
okay, I thought
it.
so, right? That's canon now.
Yeah.
That's great. I was hoping you'd find. Switch back. I was hoping you'd find a way to queer bait Mortal Kombat. Hell yeah. That's good. So you want to know my third one then, or should we do that? That was in the speaker, right? Yeah, that's okay. I thought so. You know, Bluetooth technology. You know. No, it's all good. It's not your fault. You're not Mr. Bluetooth. That's not your last name. Steve Bluetooth, everybody. No, okay. So my third and final choice, maybe isn't the best example of queerbait. It's a very strong example, but it's certainly one of my favorites, and I think very on brand. And I think it's also very inspired by the queerbaiting of Sam and Frodo, and that would be Spider-Man and Ned in the new Spider-Man movies, where Ned is the Sam and Spider-Man is the Frodo. Or Peter Parker, I should say, because they very much, like Ned, he loves Peter. He is just like, he thinks he's so cool, and he's like, man, it's couple goals again, you know? Yeah, I mean, that was a good bromance too, but yeah, that was more like, they were kind of like torn lovers, you know, like, whereas Ned has fully embraced his love and almost like, you know, simping for Peter. Even before he was Spider-Man, Ned was simping for Peter. Like, he's always like trying to, what's the, pump him up. I can't think of the word I was thinking of, but yeah, rizz him up. Is that what the kids are saying now? They're always trying to rizz him up.
Yeah, and I also have to point out, MJ wears the green military jackets and the boots. So
yeah, that is true. The last thing I want to say.
He's her beard.
Oh yeah, exactly. I don't know if Tom Holland can grow a beard either. So in that though, like I identify with Spider-Man, as I said in the beginning. Spider-Man. I wear a lot of Spider-Man costumes, although this year was really hard to fit into, and I've sort of become Peter B. Parker this year a little bit. In that one, I gotta say, I definitely identify with Ned, though, because despite being a Spider-Man, I'm also just at heart a simp, so I want to be Sam, and I want to be Ned. I'm just looking for my Frodo and my Peter out there. Just looking for a Peter out there. There's a joke there.
That's cute. I like that.
Is that one still working? Or?
Yeah, I think it's... Can you guys hear me okay?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I gotta say, we did leave out Supernatural, but that one pisses me off too much. So we already know we don't need to discuss it anymore.
Okay, well, maybe because I've not watched Supernatural, but I know I have some knowledge of like I follow DJ Qualls, who in real life is now married to a cast member from like another man from Supernatural. Is that related to this queer baiting or something?
It's actually not something completely different. So does anyone in the crowd want to explain?
You guys all got excited about that. Who wants to explain Supernatural?
Should I bring a mic to them?
Yeah, go right ahead. As long as it still works out there.
Probably just shout too.
Yeah, we'll try it with the mic.
Dean's vampire boyfriend and his werewolf boyfriend got married in real life.
Yeah.
Benny's actor and Garth's actor got married.
And there's definitely Dean and Benny, definitely. There's something happening to Purgatory. There was something there.
I'm definitely gonna have to check out Supernatural. Should I watch Supernatural?
You
There's a
should,
lot of
you
it,
should.
right? Oh, they say no. No, don't.
Do you care about your mental health?
It's 15 seasons and it's a ride.
The better question is, does my mental health care about me?
Watch the first half.
Yeah. Well, I kind of would just want to watch for DJ Qualls,
The
though.
first 4, yeah. The first third of the
The
show.
first third is it goes off the walls.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I've told you this probably before my DJ Qualls story, which is that I met DJ Qualls in Los Angeles, like at a bar a couple times, like 10 years ago. Get this though, before he came out. So I'm very angry about this because it missed the complete window, and it was like I think right before he came out because he was at bars and places that he should not have been at. He was going through something, and I had my chance, and you know. But I am happy for him and his co-star. But I'm kind of bitter though. That's why I haven't watched Supernatural yet. Because I love me some DJ Qualls. That was like speaking of queer bait, I had a crush on that guy before he came out, and he's like playing straight characters in all these movies, like even Road Trip, the new guy. I was like, oh man. And then to find out later that
Yeah, you missed your chance.
I missed my chance, you know. But, you know, divorce rates are very high in this country, even amongst us queers. So you're saying there's a chance. So what about y'all? Do you have any other a really great queer? What is it? Voltron.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, like James Spader. Oh no, it's Ultron.
Oh, that's Ultron.
Ultron.
You mean the original or Legendary Defender?
You want to explain this one to me?
Do you want to explain it?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. I'll put it on my list.
Somebody else can explain it.
I'll explain it.
You know, well, Joe explains to me in the ride home, you know.
Any other examples that you guys can think of?
Arthur.
What'd you say?
Merlin and Arthur.
I've never seen Merlin.
Oh, wow.
So queer.
I gotta watch it. I've never seen that one.
Isn't Arthur like a child?
No, so they're both like in their 20s.
Oh.
They're like pretty young men.
Really?
They're like beautiful 20-year-old men. And
What show is it? Is it with certain?
Merlin.
on BBC.
Oh, okay. It's like because I in my head I'm picturing like a cartoon, you know. I'm picturing
It's a
like.
live action BBC.
I
So is
see.
the BBC like as bad as CW? Do you guys think? Because they also had like.
Now, Kai, you seem like you have some feelings about Supergirl and Lena Luthor.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Yes, I do. It pissed me off so much because they should have been together. Kara, that was her wife. Like they loved each other. Has that show ended? I stopped watching it.
They didn't get together, as you might guess.
Yeah.
But the big marriage they did celebrate was between her sister and her wife.
Yeah, like they had queer characters on the show. They could have done it.
I see.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, you've reached your quota. The queer quota's been met.
But Supergirl doesn't end up with anyone. Like, they don't focus on her love life the entire second half of the show.
Yeah.
Have all of y'all watched all of the Arrowverse?
I have.
I watched
Oh.
most of it. Yeah.
You're speaking of not caring about your mental health. Jeez. I'm just kidding. I have also watched way too much of things that are very terrible for my mental health. Oh man.
Legends of Tomorrow was always really good.
Legends of Tomorrow is really gay. Yeah. I mean,
Sherlock.
Sherlock, for sure. Every iteration of it, really,
So
too.
egregious.
Like whether it's the BBC one or even our Iron Man VonDoom version. I know it's very blasphemous to refer to Robert Downey Jr. as Iron
That
Man
is not
VonDoom.
Dr. Doom. But I will say, even though
He's more like physician's assistant.
yeah, even though Deadpool was a little bit gayer than he's been in the previous movies, I still feel like it wasn't enough.
Yeah, I guess.
Give him a boyfriend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love Miranda Baccarin, but give him a
Yeah,
boyfriend.
Deadpool is definitely like a good example, and then also Loki is another one, which I guess he's canonly bisexual, right? Because they have one cuttable line in the show where he says that, well, like it's one line they can cut out, but we got it though. We got it. And then he fucks himself, which is pretty queer, I think, maybe.
Also, I said Bucky and Steve already, but Bucky and Falcon also.
Yeah. It is
That
true.
that might be another one that's just me. Maybe it's just me.
Do you think we're gonna get any good queer baits in New World Order or whatever they're calling it? What is it? Brave New World, right?
Falcon and Harrison Ford.
Falcon and Harrison Ford, everyone. You heard it here first. We're shipping them right now.
Oh, not the Red Hulk. No.
Oh, not as Red Hulk.
No, not in his Hulk form. That's scary.
What was it? Oh, Han and Lando. Yeah, for sure.
Finn and Poe.
Finn and Poe. That's a great one.
That might be another one that's just me.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that. I should have put that. It's hard to not talk about that. Well, I guess we are now, so we're there. Yeah, that one very much so. I wanted those two to bang so much.
And also the Jedi date with Finn. I wanted to see.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, there's a lot of.
That's a word.
Yeah, we could talk about the Star Wars prequels. I mean, sequels. If we want to talk about edging, just never getting there. Just building it up and yeah.
Some actual good representation over on Marvel. I mean, we got Nico and Carolina on Runaways for all 3 seasons.
Runaways? Did you watch Runaways?
Yes, that is
We have
a
Runaways
good
fans
one.
in the crowd. Yeah, we're back.
People give Marvel a hard time, but every time they say it, they've never watched Runaways. It's like, it's right there. It was right there. You didn't watch it.
They had a lot of good shows that they just did not do a good job of promoting. Like Legion was amazing, and no one I know really has seen it.
What do we think about Foggy and Matt Murdock?
Yes,
That could be,
Need it.
and then also in the same line, the Bash Brothers in the Mighty Ducks. Eldon, he's just like every character he plays is, got some romance. Yeah, I don't know if that one's his best example, but in my head, for sure, late at night in the boxing gym.
I think Jessica Jones had some.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
What? Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. That was like the boss or whatever, right? Yeah. Didn't she have like a?
No, that's her boss
Oh.
was gay. Or that
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
her
She had a
friend.
gay boss. Yeah. Oh, right, her friend.
Runaway
Yes, yes.
friends.
I haven't revisited Jessica Jones in a while. We have Jessica Jones fans in the crowd, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. I do like the Netflix Marvel shows and stuff, but I'm gonna pop everyone's balloon. I worked on as a PA on Daredevil when it was on Netflix, and every person I worked with told me that Kristen Ritter's the meanest person they ever worked with on Jessica Jones.
I was just about to say I ship Kristen Ritter with myself, but I guess
I know. That's why I said I'm about to pop everyone's balloon.
She was well cast as Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I think she threw a shoe at somebody, maybe, is the rumor I heard.
Well, what did they do to deserve?
It must have been what they were wearing, I'm sure. I don't know.
Although, if we're calling Jessica Jones and Hellcat a ship there, that's almost as torn and tragic as Tobey Maguire, Peter, and Harry.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of a tragic journey.
I don't ship Tobey Maguire, Peter, and Harry as much, just because of I find James Franco to be so vile now. It's hard to that's like the only thing that hasn't aged well, not the only thing that hasn't aged well about those movies, but the one thing to me that is it's hard to get around James Franco. Okay, but speaking of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi Spider-Man, I have one other queer bait, and that's I think that Bonesaw was a queer bait. And hear me out. So you remember Bonesaw, right? Bonesaw is ready, right? So in that fight in the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, he says, "Cute outfit. Did your husband buy it for you?" Right? Very regrettable line. But I refuse to believe that my Spider-Man is a homophobe. I think he knew. He knew. it was an insult, but just like you'd say, did your wife buy that for you? Did your husband? He knew he was gay and had a husband. The gay wasn't the insult. It was having your partner buy you that outfit. That was the insult, and I will fight anyone on that.
I buy it. That's my new headcanon.
Yes.
That might be a little bit of a reach, but I you know what? I'm with you. I believe it.
Started the story. I knew what you were.
You knew where it was going. Yes, that's good. Because that is my Spider-Man, Toby, and I could not live with having a homophobic Spider-Man. It's just not going to work. No.
Another one that's just me. Dr. Doom is gay. I don't care. No straight man is dressing that fresh and fly every day, especially a white man. No, him and Reed are in love.
Okay.
They're
That's
both
a good
in love.
queer bait.
It's mutual. You think about it. Fantastic Four came out in the 60s. These two men love each other. They don't want to admit it to themselves or each other. That's why they hate each other for no reason.
So what you're saying is that Pedro Pascal and Robert Downey Jr. are going to bang?
Yes.
Because they already have it right dream job. Yeah. Ooh, yes. Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking about Pedro Pascal. I get lost in that sometimes, you know.
Oh, how did I say that? Especially in like the X-Men First Class movie.
The young ones, right? What is it? Yeah, that too.
I feel like Fassbender, Magneto is a little bit gayer. Just a little bit. The way they stare at each other, the way him and James go back and watch the movie.
You can watch it alone, by yourself, late at night, you know. Might be some reaching involved. You said reach, I just...
Fassbender movies I could watch alone at night.
And do some fast bending. Sorry, I'll stop. Oh, man. Any other thoughts about queer baiting? What is anybody else have some queer bait suggestions?
Yes.
Any anime with sports?
And Naruto. Naruto is the most egregious queer bait in an anime.
That does remind me, I forgot to mention my favorite queer bait of all time, and that is the National Football League. Oh boy. Enough said, right? Yeah. Okay. The short or the pants and the whole thing. I'm like, yep. And there's some hot players. Yeah. That is, yeah. Any other thoughts? What else are you guys thinking? We got like a couple more minutes here, maybe 2 or 3 here.
Hannibal.
Oh, Hannibal, yes. Oh my God. Will and Hannibal.
That was as the writer kept saying it.
Yeah.
They should have been married.
I feel like just for the premise, that one was never going to end well.
Yeah.
Hannibal, I didn't watch. So
it should have been a different type of cannibalism.
Yeah, I see. He should have been eaten. I see. Putting the flesh in his mouth.
Oh.
All right, too far. Okay, I've ruined it once again.
The times they caress each other's like faces.
Oh, really? Facial caressing.
Yes, they are co-parenting. I would be blushing watching episodes of that show.
The last scene,
Oh.
remember that anytime tapes they did kiss? They're holding each other.
Release the footage right now.
Look, the Snyder cut. We need the Hannibal cut.
Matt literally in like panels has been like, yes, they're gay, they're in love with each other.
Also, I'm going to throw in Harry and Ron. We don't talk about them, but just to piss off JK, I'm throwing it in there. Harry and Draco. Okay, yeah. All of them. They're all gay and they're all trans. Right here, we called it. Every single character in Harry Potter. All gay, all trans. Fuck you, JK.
I mean, you know, if JK loses enough money, that's what she's gonna say. She's gonna be like, oh yeah, what's her name in the background was trans.
I don't want to know what she would name a trans character. Good lord, or any sort of. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. And then Shackleford being.
But wait,
one.
we forgot Lavender Brown changed races.
Okay.
Have you seen the movies?
Oh shit, you're right. Oh my god, it's been a minute since I've Harry Potter. But I only had to bring it up because I did have a crush on Daniel Radcliffe, still do. But now I don't picture him as Harry. I picture him as Weird Al. Any other thoughts, KaiVonDoom?
Oh no, I could keep going on forever.
Yeah.
But I think
This has
I
been
think it's
fun.
supposed to take the mic away from me.
Y'all have a good time here at the Justice League of Queers panel? Yeah. Well, thank y'all for coming. I need to. I don't know what. I wish I had a better closing joke than that, but I need to go edge somewhere.
Oh my god. Okay. If you
Take
guys
this microphone away from me.
If you guys are fringe festing tonight, I am on a show at School of the Arts at 6:30. It's a comedy show. It's me and 2 other queer female comedians. So come on out and support us.
Oh, that's the other thing I guess I should forget. It's plugs. Let's plug some stuff. We're the Justice League of Queers. You can find us on Facebook, Justice League of Queers. And we also did a live recording of our podcast, which me and Kai host together, called Something of a Podcast. We started it this year because, I'm something of a podcast myself, because we're just the biggest dorks on earth. So this whole panel here will be our next episode. It'll be released, and you can follow us on all the apps, or not all of them, but the ones that don't charge you to put your podcast on them. So find us Something of a Podcast, it's called, and we're on Instagram and Facebook. And I've been Mike Gamms. This is KaiVonDoom. And you can find KaiVonDoom all over Rochester. Was recently one of the winners of the Rochester's Funniest Person contest at the local comedy club. Give it up for KaiVonDoom, everyone. So follow her online, and you can come see her killing it all over the city. And occasionally me sometimes too, but her more. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm something of a podcast. I'm something of a